All right, I'm gonna be looking back and forth here. Hopefully this thing's in focus. But what we have here, guys, is the PWS MK111. So that MK111 stands for 11-inch barrel. That's a piston-driven 223. Also, you're able to shoot 5.56. You will rarely hear me say 5.56 in anything that I talk about. There's been a lot of talk recently. I've been noticing people just saying 5.56, and it's debatable. But we have better hunting options with 223, so you'll never hear me say 5.56. But anyways, MK111, we have the Vortex Razor 1-10 with the 34mm mount from Vortex. We have the iRay RH25, which is a 640 unit, 12 micron. We have the Diligent Defense Enticer LTI with their end cap 1/2 inch by 28 and the end cap for the 22. You also have another end cap which is 30 cal, and then the proper thread pitch for our 30 cal setups. I haven't even shot it on 30 cal yet. I immediately threw it on the 223 because I don't have many options. Usually I run the OSS on this, and in the first clip of this hunting vid, you're gonna hear the OSS. That was the only time I used it with this setup, and then the following week the Enticer came in and I was super stoked. And I put it on there just for shits and giggles, and I couldn't believe how great it sounded, and it's been on here ever since. So I've been having a lot of fun with it, and it's getting used, put it that way. There's Cerakote's already been boiling down here and smoking, and man, I've been running it hard. All right, CMC trigger, Magpul furniture, same charging handle, BCG. I don't change or do anything from PWS. In position 2, I screwed up, and I rarely have my rigs in position 3. A guy online saw my video on Instagram where I was shooting it, so I can give you guys some audio on this. I did it with a cell phone, so it wasn't 100% perfect, but he was like, oh, you should try it in position 3, man. You're gonna love it. You'll thank me later. And I'm like, you don't want to put it in position 3. Anyways, I was out shooting, and I said, you know what, let's just put it in position 3 and see how she runs. Ran perfect, but I could tell with the ejection pattern she was a little undergassed, but it was very consistent. I forgot to put it back in position 2, and in the video, I can't remember what clip it was, we came up on a group. I was with Esty and Tyler, came up on a group, I started shooting, and then you can just hear me trying to clear my malfunction, and it was under gas, and immediately I knew what it was. I forgot to put this thing back in position 2. So if you guys are running MK111 or pretty much any PWS, and you're running suppress, and it just depends on the way the suppressor is set up, I suggest you start in position 2. Do not play around with position 3. It's gonna feel like it runs good. It's gonna probably sound good, but when you start getting into some rapid fire, you're gonna choke the gun up. It's gonna be under gas, and it's just not gonna run. It's not gonna run good. All right. Anyways, absolutely love this setup, and like I said, guys, I'm gonna do another video and do a complete breakdown on how I have this thing set up and how it's been working out for me. We're gonna shoot it during the daytime, and then also probably have another hunt with it. Clip-on thermals are really not my thing. It was when I first got into the game, but after being behind weapon-mounted thermals for quite some time, I'm just accustomed to weapon-mounted thermals, and I get the clarity that I want. All my functions and my buttons are back here closer to the shooter. I just prefer the weapon-mounted setup. But for the folks that don't have the money to splurge weapon-mounted thermals on their helmet, night vision, all that kind of crap, this is one hell of a setup for $6 grand. You can use this as a handheld, you can use it as a clip-on, you can use it on your helmet, and you can use it as a weapon-mounted thermal. I mean, that's a lot of bang for your buck in one little package, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I first got into the game, these things were $15,000 to $30,000. The Skeeter is still about $15,000, and there are some units that are a lot higher than that. And there's just very, very few people in the world that can justify spending that kind of money to go out shooting pigs. I just think this is a great option for that price point. And I was really shocked that it was actually selling for $6 grand. But anyways, enough of me talking. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick breakdown on this setup. Again, I think it's a great setup. It's obvious I've been using it, and I've been using it to show you guys exactly how effective it is in the field. 223 grind hard ammunition, 62 grain hollow point bolt tails. I think they're using Lehigh projectiles as of you know, the ammunition that I have. That's what they were using, was Lehighs. And guys, there's so many damn different cartridges out there. We've already been down this road. Me personally, I just love the recoil from the 223. I love how flat it shoots. The guns are a lot more reliable with the cartridge, I personally think, especially suppressed. But I know my limitations. All right, so in the video, you're going to see pigs getting out to about 200 plus yards, and I'm just shooting. And sometimes you're going to see me just shut it down, because I know that with these animals being so tough that it's just not effective at that range. But every once in a while, you'll see in the clip, I get lucky and I'm able to drop a few out there, and it's all about that placement. And it's extremely hard with a clip-on and a day optic to get that precise shot placement at that range. It's really hard. This is set up, I like it, right around 1.5 to 2 power. Guys, don't think that clip-on you're going to be going out to 800 and 1,000 yards. You have to get that mindset out of your head. This is really for close stuff. You know, I'm not saying CQB, I hate seeing CQB, but you're going to see in the footage, you're still going to be able to see these animals out to 300, 400, 500 yards. But with it being clipped on in front of your day optic, what you see as a handheld and what you see as a weapon mounted thermal is not the same when you have it behind other types of magnification. There's multiple pieces of glass inside these day optics, and then you're trying to look through something. So it's almost like taking off your glasses and looking up at the TV, and you can just tell it's not 100% perfect compared to looking at it with your naked eye. That's just my opinion. Some folks out there will just run their mouths, but it's obviously they don't know and they don't have much experience with these things. I've been using clip-ons for quite some time, way back when they had the CMVDT clip-on from Insight, which was later bought out by EOTech. And I've used that thing for years and wore it out as a clip-on, and it was awesome because I was able to scan with it and then also clip it on. I didn't have a helmet set up back then. But now, you know, there's a lot of hype and a lot of questions about clip-ons. And guys, the price point this thing is going for, it's extremely hard to beat, because I know what the next option is, and you're easily going to be touching 15 grand. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking because we're going to do another video on this setup, specifically this setup. And I just don't know what to say as far as like how I feel about this gun. Like, I'm extremely happy with this gun, and it's not my go-to, but it's another badass option that I have. All right, again, we're gonna do another video. Hopefully I'll have it up on Thursday. Let me hurry up and share this hunting footage with you guys. One of the downsides with the RH25 being clipped on in front of a day optic, you will not see my reticle. You will not see my reticle. So some of the videos is going to be so clear and obvious what I was shooting at and who I was dropping, but some other ones are a little bit questionable because it's so hard to figure out who was doing what in the vid. But you're going to see animals dropping. You're going to see some misses. You know, these animals, they're running around and scattering like roaches. Some are running 10 miles an hour. The other ones are probably running 15 to 20. You know, you don't know. And it's really, really hard to get on them when they're scattering like that. And me personally, I love the setup, but I personally rather have a weapon mounted thermal. But this is for the guys that want that option to be able to clip it on, put it on their helmet. I have another one right over here. This is going to be going on a helmet build that I'm working on right now. And I'm going to have PWS 14 and the micro on the other eye with a totally different helmet. Because we just got a new buggy and it has glass, so there's going to be times that I need to be able to look through that glass and I need the night vision. See how this is already dragging out? I need to shut up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get straight to the video. Share that video with you guys, the hunting clips. The first one was with Tyler. We was up in Oklahoma on some private property and we got busted. And I took the first shot. I dropped the pig that was closest to us. Tyler smoked the one right behind him using the OSS with that setup. And there's the exact setup that you see here with the 62 grain grind hard ammunition, and then the rest of it is with the Enticer LTI. And I was with Lucas on the second round, and then the third round was Tyler and Estienne out in East Texas in some winter wheat. I hope you guys enjoy the footage. Three, two, one.
Coming around you.
Come on.
Mm-hmm. 3, 2. Coming around.
Come on.
Oh, motherfucker. Ah.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. We had a lot of fun. There was just this little recent project that I had with Estienne, and I said, hey, we're gonna call this project Fill the Bed. And that's where you've seen a bunch of the pigs here on the last few clips in that video. It was just jaw-dropping what we were seeing. I know for a fact that we've seen over 300 pigs, but the issue when you see that many pigs is figuring out what group you want to stalk. Wind is a big factor, and they're all split up. When we say 300 pigs, there's not 300 pigs in one pasture. Sometimes there can be 4 or 5 different groups. One group might be 5 and another group could be 15 plus. And there can be multiple in the pasture, and you got to be able to figure out how the wind is blowing and what group is going to be easier to stalk. And once you open up on that one group, everything else in the background just starts to run, and it can get really chaotic. But anyways, it was a badass night, and we had a lot of fun. There was 26 pigs in the back of the new Can-Am, which had to weigh somewhere around 17 to 1,800 pounds. I know for a fact that we killed over 30 pigs, but we couldn't recover everything, and we had hell finding what we did drop in the winter wheat. There was a lot of winter wheat that was it was cut properly, but it was still like 6 to 8 inches deep, and when a pig is laying down, especially them smaller ones, it's extremely hard to see them out there in that field. So we didn't get done till like 4 o'clock in the morning. We were just driving around trying to pick them up. I'll never do that again, unless SN does corn harvest and we really get into them. It'd be cool to stack them up. But we wasted more time looking for pigs and picking them up than we were actually hunting. So that's the reason why I said I don't want to do that again. I just want to concentrate on hunting. But anyways, guys, the clip-on is badass. The next video will be a complete breakdown on this setup. I'm going to show you every little freaking crevice and setup that I have on it. And we're also going to show you how to get the system, how to get the clip-on collimated and zeroed properly with your LPVO. Guys, I appreciate your patience. I appreciate the time that you take to watch my videos. I will see you guys on the next one. See you guys later.